Alright, hey guys, welcome to another video, even though this is a school project, whatever. So today I decided to do it's how Lord of the Flies is related to a movie called Cannibal Holocaust, and I'm gonna give a disclaimer right before, this even starts. The following content is rather disturbing and the viewer discretion is advised. I do not recommend anyone under the age of 16 to watch, and this is for educational purposes only. Very important. If you find themes of violence and animal cruelty a sensitive topic, then I suggest you skip this presentation. Okay, alright. How Lord of the Flies is a PG version of Cannibal Holocaust. Now, the movie Lord of the Flies is rated PG-16, so I'm pretty sure the book is rated roughly the same. And then Cannibal Holocaust, it's a very bad rating, so I'm just going to put a disclaimer, do not watch this movie, that is the rating. Alright, next slide. What is Lord of the Flies about? Lord of the Flies came out in 1954, the book. So, Lord of the Flies is a book written in 1954. The book begins with a plane crash on an island that will continue to be the setting for the rest of the story. We learn over time that the world is at war and the plane which is carrying the schoolboys gets shot down. Simple enough. The children end up selecting a leader. Oh, wow. So, selecting a leader of the group named Ralph to be a boy named Ralph. As the story goes on, the original group splits into two groups, one known as the Big Uns and the other known as the Little Uns. And it is how it sounds. The Big Uns are the older part of the group, and the Little Uns are the younger part. As the story goes on, Jack, the leader of the Big Uns, and his hunters kill a sow, or an adult pig, and offers it to the Beast. The Beast is simply a dead human pilot, but gets mistaken as something else. As soon as Simon, who is a part of the Big Uns, finds the pilot, he goes to share this information with the group and gets brutally killed as the group believes he is the Beast. As the story ends with Ralph running through the jungle, fleeing both Jack and his pack of savage boys, and the fire Jack set on the mountain, Ralph emerges onto the beach and discovered by a British naval officer who has come ashore after seeing the island aflame from his ship. So, not quite, it's not PG, but compared to Cannibal Holocaust, it's total PG. So, that was Lord of the Flies, pretty much a basic summary of it. Now, again, another warning, because I feel like it's very important. This is a disclaimer. I'm going to make this as tame as I can, and this is for educational purposes only. Very important. Alright. Cannibal Holocaust is a film made by Ruggero Dorato in 1985. It is widely known as a test to see how much the stomach and mind can handle. It is incredibly controversial regarding its animal cruelty scenes as the murder charges that were attached to it. Now, this is very important because the murder charges, they were actually a thing. Because the scenes were so graphic that authorities had to actually arrest the producers and stuff because they thought the actors were actually dead. So they had to present the actors and show how they did this stuff, and eventually charges were released. It goes into more detail about how the contents will shock and offend you and gives a heads up that what is depicted in the film was hundreds of years ago and doesn't exist anymore. Now, this is the part that, again, if you want to skip away, be my guest. Of course, this is a school project, so you probably shouldn't do that, but in any other case, if you're the teacher watching this, if you want to skip, be my guest, but whatever. What is Cannibal Holocaust about? Cannibal Holocaust starts as a very convincing documentary-style video film. The main characters are introduced as a documentary team exploring the wild world of South America, trying to find a group of lost explorers that had gone missing years prior. They are also aware of the cannibalistic tribes that live deep in the Amazon and choose to continue anyways. As the movie continues, there are themes such as animal cruelty. Unlike Lord of the Flies, the movie, instead of Lord of the Flies, the movie, I know we're talking about the book, but in the movie, the animal deaths were fake. But in Cannibal Holocaust, animals were actually killed on screen, such as a Kodai, a yellow-spotted tarantula. Nope, a yellow. a yellow-spotted river turtle, a boa constrictor, a tarantula, a young pig, and 2 squirrel monkeys. Except there were 2 of them because they had to shoot a scene twice, so they had to kill it twice. Which not, you have to kill it twice. You had to kill 2 separate animals. There we go, done and done. Midway through the movie, the group of explorers end up burning down the villages with women and children left inside the huts while recording them scream. Very brutal, very violent. And I wanted to compare this to the Lord of the Flies because there was a scene where, again, it was part of the book, not a scene, but in Cannibal Holocaust, the explorers end up burning down the tribes, but also in Lord of the Flies, I think it was Ralph, ended up burning down the Biggins thing. So again, themes of burning things, but by the end of Cannibal Holocaust, all the explorers were brutally killed or eaten. As we flash back to the news to New York, where the people are printing out the story of what happened, the final words are, "I wonder who the real cannibals are." Now, I think some really interesting similarities between the two is humans turn savage, because disregarding the cannibals in Cannibal Holocaust, the actual explorers ended up becoming sadistic and again burning down the things. And then also the boys were going crazy, they killed Simon just because they killed Simon because they thought he was the beast, and they were going so crazy that they didn't stop and think. Another similarity is just killing animals for food. There were themes of death and violence, and then symbolic themes throughout, such as, again, the pig head, Lord of the Flies, represents evil and stuff. And then, yeah, all in all, the book was really good. I totally read it. It was totally awesome. But yes, I 100% read the book, and I only watched clips of Cannibal Holocaust because of how absolutely disturbing it was, and I did not want to sit myself through that. But I knew the movie. I thought it was a cool thing, and yes, that is my book report type thing. And I kind of look like death, but that's okay. Yeah, thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I get an A. So yeah, that was my school project. Please give me an A. I kind of need it. Thank you so much, and goodbye.